Hi, and welcome to another edition of Mike Finds Things. It's an all LP edition. A lot of stuff, I'm guessing 60s through 80s on this one. Nothing crazy, insane, rare. Just stuff people really like. Stuff I found. I only had time to go to one estate sale this weekend. I had a 2-day car show to film Friday, Saturday. Actually, I went to a second estate sale, and all the good stuff was already gone. Actually, I went to that one really to look at a car that he was selling and wound up buying a gumball machine. So go figure. But we got a lot of great stuff for you. I still have that 45 lot I'm going through. It's like, in fact, they're like a bunch of the discards are sitting over there, all the ones that weren't any good. I found a lot of great stuff in that lot. It's like literally, like, I think it's around 10,000 45s. As you can imagine, it's a daunting task to go through them and separate them. I'll be doing a video on the more interesting stuff I find in those piles as soon as I get through that pile of boxes of 45s. It's just a ton of records I bought all at once. We're going to start out. Okay, we got one guy delivering food across the street. Much better than construction and gardening. So Sundays usually, it's actually a Sunday morning, so I decided let's do it this morning. I was supposed to film a car show. I got to pick up my kid in a couple hours, unfortunately. So I was like, really, you want to get picked up in the morning? Oh, okay, I'll just skip the car show. I just filmed 2 days at Pomona, and I'm baked. We're going to start out from 1979. This one, I on some of these sold comps, I just pulled up like random pressings because I don't have time to look through. A lot of them have like incredible amount of pressings. We'll just say that they're all U.S. pressings. This one is 78 Dire Straits. Random pressing is low of 5, mid of 14, high of 48 on Discogs. This is the one with like Sultans of Swing on it, early Dire Straits album. That's one, I believe I had another copy of that. I always liked Dire Straits. I even had like some of their, I had some of their albums when I was younger. Another one, this one's, everybody knows this. You probably own this. You probably own more than one copy of this. From 1977. I will say these records were very reasonably priced at the sale. Majority of them are in really nice condition, too. The Styx Grand Illusion from 77. This one, we'll have more Styx coming up, too. Low 4, mid of 10, high of 70. Must have been sealed. This one's pretty crisp. Even the jacket's really crisp. This one with Grand Illusion, Fooling Yourself, Come Sail Away, grand finale, stuff like that. So we got, of course, a big rock radio staple of the last, close to 50 years on that one, making people feel old now. Another one, this was from 79, an artist that has put out a bazillion records. But it's very collectible and obviously very popular to this day. 1979, low of $1, mid of 8, high of 65. We got Slow Train Coming, Bob Dylan. And I got more Bob Dylan coming up too. This one's in really, really nice condition as well, from 79. I probably mentioned some of the ones I'm planning on keeping. I did say I wanted to start selling stuff. I'll probably keep Grand Illusion because it's so nice. And I can't remember if my other copy is nicer than that one or not. Here's one I'll keep because I'm a big Bowie fan. We got from 76, low of 5, mid of 21, high of 85, Station to Station, David Bowie. Again, most of these I just did random pressings that I found because I don't have time to sit there and figure out, because a lot of these have multiple pressing. And give you a good look at that. This one's got Golden Years on it. One I do have another copy of. This one is pretty minty. I didn't even bother doing a value because there's a billion pressings of this one. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Stranger in Town. This one still has most of the cellophane and price tag. Our price, $5.49, what it was new. Hollywood Nights, still the same. Old time rock and roll. You know these songs. We got Tonight. Rock radio staples. Actually, classic hits radio staples. They still play those on the radio. I'm sure it's probably a $15 or $20 record. Would just be a guess off the top of my head. Like in a retail setting. I usually say in a retail setting. Another one, a billion pressings. Artist everybody knows and loves. From 76. It's a 2-album set. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. I think it's supposed to have an insert. There, like a booklet insert. It's missing. It is a gatefold record as well from Stevie. And you probably own this already, so I don't really have to. Okay, we're just gonna go through the ones everybody knows. This is "I Wish," "Pastime Paradise," "Isn't She Lovely," stuff everybody knows. It's probably been sampled by every hip hop artist on the planet. Everyone loves Stevie. I didn't really find a price because there's a billion different. I'm sure it goes for pretty good money because everyone loves Stevie. Who doesn't love Stevie? We got Aerosmith from '76, another one, a billion pressings of this. Rocks. So this one's got Back in the Saddle on it. I would probably sell this. I like Aerosmith. I'm not like this crazy Aerosmith fan where I don't really have a lot of Aerosmith in the collection, and I was never. Here's one that's obscenely common. It probably has a billion. They probably did more pressings than anything. Boston. This is the one with More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Foreplay, Long Time, Rock and Roll Band, Smoking. I mean, come on, you know these songs. This has this has been on the radio. I don't think it left the radio since it came out in '76. Everybody knows those songs. Here's one I'm definitely going to keep, as I do not have another copy, and I like Rush. '82, we found a Fly By Night, a video or two ago. This was actually a decent copy of Signals. We have another Rush album coming up. Low of 5, mid of 22, high of 80. It's a random pressing comp. I'm not going to say it's this pressing, but I said everybody likes Rush. This is the one with Subdivisions on it. So, New World Man's on this one. Yeah, it's a good album. So I like Rush. I remember I went on a road show with my friend, and I'm like, we're actually at Lemon's Rally, if you watch the other channel, a few years ago. And I was like, hey, you want to listen to Rush? He's like, yeah, sure, why not? I had no idea. I've known my friend 20 years. He knows every Rush song. It's scary. He knows them all, even the B-sides. Let's see, I don't know if they're really B-sides, even the lesser known, let's just say. Another band everyone knows. You probably own this in your collection already. 1978, low of $1.50, mid of 8, high of 50. Journey with Infinity. So the Wheel in the Sky. Lights is on this one. So that's probably the two best known songs on that one. These are in really nice shape. Of course, anyone getting into buying vinyl again, they're going to want Journey. So you got Journey. Here's a record that I owned when I was young, and I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I didn't know how to take care of records, and I beat the living hell out of my copy. Something different from what we've already been looking at. From 1976, the movie soundtrack to Car Wash. Yes, I did own this when I was a kid. And they put the hype sticker on there, so of course it's got the best known song is Car Wash. Understand, this was the first movie with a disco soundtrack. And the car wash they used in L.A. was actually torn down. There's a mini mall there now. And it's got the gatefold with 2 LP set. Not a high value, low of 2, mid of 5, high of 30. I imagine a lot of people don't remember Car Wash. I'm going to keep that because why not? I had a copy when I was young, and it's the first nice copy I've run into since. I'm from '76, probably a lesser known album by a band you might know. Low of 3, mid of 6, high of 50. Nazareth, close enough for rock and roll. There's that. And it's got the weird back. It's got a reverse on the back side. We got that one. How about a punk record? This was the only punk record the guy had, unless somebody else. There was another guy. This is a funny story. So I get these guys now. They're this guy I see at sales, and he buys a lot of stuff to just resell online. Doesn't really know records. Decides to go for the records right when it opened. And I talked to this guy a lot, and so he pulled a lot of stuff that I wanted. Unfortunately, there was like some reggae and stuff. I think he looked up the ones that were in the picture for the estate sale to see what they were worth before he went, so he knew to grab those. But then he's like, "Oh, do you know what this record is?" Like, because he had no idea, and it's Zeppelin 4. And I said, "Yeah, it's Zeppelin 4. It's like one of the most famous rock albums of all time." I'm thinking, there's something about music before you start messing with this stuff, man. That's like, man, oh, God. All right, from 1980, low of 5, mid of 20, high of 40, we got Dawn of the Dickies, punk album. Punk albums from that era that are kind of a little bit more obscure can be quite collectible, as they obviously didn't do massive runs of these. I just saw Dickies and grabbed it and knew it was punk, so I remember them from back in the day. Another one, it's a compilation of a band of some of their songs from different albums from 1976. Low of 2, mid of 5, high of 23. I imagine because people who collect this band are going to want the full albums. It's Ole Elo Electric Light Orchestra. You gotta love Electric Light Orchestra. Like I said, I prefer to have the full albums myself, which I do have some. Another movie soundtrack, one that everybody knows what this is. Now, they pressed 1 billion copies of this thing on various pressings, yet it's probably the most collectible movie memorabilia movie of all time. I'm sure you know what it is. From 1977. Oh, there's a massive clue. I just looked up a random pressing again. Low of 4, mid of 27, high of 400. That must have been sealed. This one has an insert for a T-shirt to mail in for. It's a Star Wars soundtrack. It's a really, really nice copy. I guess there's different inserts that they had for different. They all have different inserts, I guess. And this one is a gatefold. Everybody loves Star Wars. I don't know if the send away for the T-shirt is still good. I actually own a lot of Star Wars T-shirts myself. Let's see if I can find the insert because it's kind of interesting. So we'll show you this. Check this out. You can order a Star Wars May the Force be with you T-shirt, and you can mail that in. No word. Wow, how much were these shirts? Adult, $5 for a Star Wars shirt. That's pretty good. From 1977. We love Star Wars. Like I said, it has Darth Vader on the back of the album. Obviously, anybody who's into Star Wars is starting to collect vinyl. Did I show I think I showed the gatefold. Let's just do it anyway because we all love Star Wars. Scenes from the movie, and of course Darth Vader. I said I own a few copies of that. I have the Empire soundtrack as well. And like I said, it's still collectible because, and I think majority of those copies are in really nice condition. I think people played them once or twice and put them away. So I would say do not buy a beat up copy of that. You will find a better one. That one's pretty crisp. For Fleetwood Mac from 75. Okay, we all know Fleetwood Mac. People are like, where's all the doo-wop records? I'm like, there's none here. Low of 4, mid of 15, high of 95. Fleetwood Mac, or the best known ones are like Rhiannon, Landslide, stuff like that on there. I'm sure you guys know what songs are on this album by now. Random pressing, low of 4, mid of 15, high of 95. Must have been sealed for 95. I think Yacht Rock stuff's coming up. This one's still a cheap record. It is 10cc Bloody Taurus. Low of $1, mid of 4, high of 15. It's a really crisp copy. This is the one with Dreadlock Holiday. For those that don't like reggae, you love it. There you go, 10cc. All right. Like I said, I think Yacht Rock stuff is still kind of like on the up and up because Yacht Rock has gotten popular. And not a 10cc album you see that often. At least I don't. Another Fleetwood Mac, if you want more Fleetwood Mac. This is probably their most famous albums. Okay, that's really a massive clue there. Low of 8, mid of 21, high of 200. We'll just call that random pressing estimate. There you go, Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Okay, I think you know all these songs. Dreams, Don't Stop, stuff like that. The Chain, stuff you've heard on Gold Dust Woman. It's some of the more famous ones. I think the whole album is like famous songs, so they played on the radio. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Here we go. Another Rush album. This one's also going to go in the collection because I didn't have a copy of this one. Permanent Waves from 1980. Low of 6, mid of 18, high of 60 is a random pressing estimate. I'm not going to sit here and try to track down. This is the one Spirit of Radio on it. Let me see if any other songs are like big. Free Will's on this one as well. I love Rush. So for some reason I don't find a lot of Rush. I think it's just because I'm always looking through the 45s and 78s and everyone else is grabbing the other stuff. I'm sure they're grabbing all the Rush. This one was weird. Like the normal record guys didn't show up for this one. So it was me and just that one guy that just resells everything and isn't really into records. We're going through stuff. Jackson Browne, 1972. The opening's up here on Asylum. I don't think, I'd say it's like a 15, it's probably like a $20 record or something. Retail would be a guess. I didn't write down anything. From 73, this one doesn't have a massive value. This one's probably more popular out here in California than anywhere else. Low of $1, mid of 10, high of 30. It's a 2-album set with a gatefold. The glue's coming apart, so I gotta re-glue the gatefold. But it's War Alive. Kind of a funky album. And this one has like a it's like a 10-minute version of All Day Music, so it's literally all day music. I think it's got a 10-minute version of like Slipping into Darkness as well. So there's the inside of the gatefold, and like I said, both records are there. Unfortunately, like that glue they used just separated, so it's gonna have to be glued back together. It's not messed up or anything. 80s stuff is getting more popular as well. Next record we have is a very popular one from the 80s. Oh, I hope I didn't. I'll have to go back and make sure I didn't miss any, because I literally was doing these in my crate and I noticed a couple of them flipped. So I'll go back and make sure there's nothing that I missed. This is one I used to find at thrift stores like every time I went. I'm guessing late 80s, early 90s. Now it's pretty collectible. From 82, low of $1.50, mid of 10, high of 50. This one has the cellophane, but it was open, but with the hype sticker. Men at Work. This one's got Who Can It Be Now, Down Under, and Be Good Johnny. The big singles on this one. And so this is the Business as Usual album. The other one they had was Cargo. I've got multiple copies of that. Original price was $7.99. So I said 80s stuff, especially like new wave stuff, is getting more popular. The stuff you hear on the radio a lot. Let me go back a minute, just make sure I didn't, like, when these started flipping, I didn't miss any. I think I got all these. Okay, that's our break. Another artist, we got two from this artist, and you know this artist. They had a movie about him a few years ago. 75, I didn't price it because there's a billion pressings of this, but it's very collectible. Captain Fantastic and the Dirt Brown Cowboy. Of course, Elton John. Everybody knows Elton John. Come on, they made a pinball machine of him. He's very popular. It was actually called Captain Fantastic. And this one's got the gatefold because he's Elton John. He can get away with having a gatefold. And in fact, it's got a booklet in there. And so it's got like a bunch of pages. There's like an insert. I don't know if I can get it out. This one has like the full insert with all the different pages. I'm not going to thumb through the whole thing. But that is intact. So from 1975, very popular. I can't remember if I had a copy of that. I think I usually just, I think I just never really bought any Elton John stuff over the years. 75 Elton John, Rock of the Westies. Again, there's so many pressings of this, I'm not even going to try. Just, you know, another Elton John record. And we need more Dylan, so let's get some more Dylan here. 1976 Desire album, low of 5, mid of 13, high of 195. This has been sealed. Obviously a very collectible artist on that one. So I'll probably sell those because I'm definitely keeping the Rush records. Here's one I have much better copies of this. Wow, I mislabeled this one. I put it was from 1976. It was from 1967. I must have just been really tired when I did these. Low of $1, mid of 650, high of. This one has a billion pressings. I wouldn't even use those numbers. Days of Futures Past. The Moody Blues with Nights with White set. I do know the mono pressing of this goes for like a lot of money because I remember that. I have a really nice stereo pressing of this that belonged to my stepfather's first wife. And it's like super minty, but I grabbed it. A couple more records left. We got another Styx record. This one's from 77. Now, this is where a lot of these artists fall into this pitfall of putting out a best of album early in their career before all their bigger hits are in front of them. 1977, low of 350, mid of 6, high of 10. So I'm guessing the low value is because it's like their bigger hits aren't really on this one. Best of Styx. It's got Lady on it. But like honestly, like Grand Illusion has more hits than this one. There you go. And so it's a 77, like before everything they did after 77, which was probably their more well-known stuff. There's a Bob Dylan album from 67. This one, the jacket's a little beat up. John Wesley Harding on this one. Just all on the Watchtower on it. So I did find that one. So that's the haul for this week. I realize it's not our normal stuff. It's more normal stuff, I guess. So I know people collect all kinds of records. I know I do. I just usually like to focus in on like the soul and doo-wop and garage and northern soul and weird stuff that I do find. But that's the only sales I had time to hit this weekend. I'll be getting to that record lot. I'm literally getting down probably the last like 5 or 6 boxes of that. And I'll be able to put together a video of some of the best stuff I found in there. That one might actually take up a couple of videos because there's a lot of actually decent stuff in there. Check out my other channels, which is Mike Frankovich, my name, which is my car show channel. That's like the big one. I've got 2 AI music channels. I've been messing around with the AI music generators. I've got Vinyl Interior, which is all sorts of different genres, and they're about cars. And I got Record Hop, which are like lowrider, soul, funk, stuff you would go cruising and driving, no crazy premises. So we'll have something probably hope for you next week as well. So be sure to like and subscribe, leave some comments about the records, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.